maximum distance from a bear is 100 yards. Please get back in your vehicle.
Can you tell us how to get to Two Medicine?
Excuse me, have you seen Two Medicine? Is it over this way? This way? Thank you. And this area was actually kind of like, this was like the bee's knees back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s before the Going to the Sun Road was built. It's easy to see what I call the Going to the Sun Road. I mean, we're going straight towards the sun right now. It's really living up to its name. So we've done a lot of really, really, really cool drives.
You know, at first we thought Arches, that was like our favorite drive. And then we went to Yosemite and we were like, wow, because you know, you're coming in and you've got the Half Dome and El Capitan and everything like right there. But I have to say, Glacier, Going to the Sun Road, wow.
When you think about Glacier National Park, what's the number one thing that you think about? I know for us, it's the Going to the Sun Road. I mean, everybody always talks about going to the Sun Road, and when people say, "Oh, we've been to Glacier," have you been? You got to do the Going to the Sun Road.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about Glacier until we started looking at it, and that was like the number one thing to do.
Yeah,
it's a 3 to 8 hour day, depending on how many stops you make and what kinds of things you want to do. That's going from one end to the other. It's about 50 miles long.
So yes, 100 miles round trip.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you pack snacks and stuff. But that's what we're doing today. So we've got my dad and Corbin and the vehicle behind us, and we're gonna drive up and show you the Going to the Sun Road. It's September 24th,
and it's a beautiful morning. Oh my gosh, the sun shining over the mountains onto Lake McDonald is just gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. So we're gonna show you that. So like we mentioned, there's lots of stops, so be prepared for like 3 to 8 hours. And I mean, there's just tons of places, so you get off and you find things like McDonald Falls. Tell me that doesn't look like a Bob Ross painting right there. It looks, look at that. You got a happy tree, you got happy clouds. Dave. Right in front of us.
Look at the waterfall thing.
So all of that, Corbin, is coming from that little bitty glacier that's left up there. I mean, we found a glacier, which they said we wouldn't be able to see unless we hike up, but that's what's left of one. And it's cool how the stairs, I mean, it's like it formed all these stairs all the way up as it receded. Okay, so our next stop is the Trail of the Cedars, which these are some of the oldest trees in the national park. Some of them over 800 years old. We forgot our bear spray.
Well, it's in the bag in the truck, I believe.
I guess I could always ask the bear to wait while I run back. All right, so the trail is a 0.8 mile loop. It starts off on a boardwalk and really easy hike. Probably a good way to get warmed up for the day.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at how wiggly it is.
Ew. Take your gloves off. That feels nice.
Take your gloves.
Gloves off? That feels nice. Lick it.
Look
It's very soft.
It smells like raisins.
What? It's a giant steadfast cedar. Centuries old. 800 years to be exact.
I wonder what.
Oh, this one's exactly. Did you check the rings?
Exactly, yes. I counted all the rings.
So we're on the Ascent portion up to Logan's Pass, and you've got like cliff face on one side, and you need to bring your mirrors in. So it's fall, and the aspens are starting to change color. It's kind of like when we took our drive from Cortez, Colorado up to Telluride, with the aspens changing through the mountains. It's beautiful. It's easy to see what I call the going to the sun. I mean, we're going straight towards the sun right now. It's really living up to its name.
Going to the Sun Road, wow, this is now my favorite drive. I'm not even scared because it's big drop-offs. I'm not even scared. It's just so beautiful.
It's, I mean, it's a very narrow road. It's very well maintained, but I mean,
It's
I just
just
can't even imagine the construction.
awesome.
Like trying to build this through these mountains. How many years it took? We're gonna find that out because now I'm really curious.
Yeah, usually I would be like terrified because I have a fear of falling, but this is just the sights outweigh my fear by a lot.
It's like a lake of clouds down there.
Yeah, it's really pretty. We're looking for the triple arches right now. We finally passed the Weeping Wall.
There it is. There's triple arches right in front of us.
There.
There was no path here, so they had to build basically a bridge on the side of a mountain. So we've been driving around the Logan Pass Visitor Center parking lot for 25 minutes.
It's ridiculous.
And it's not going to get any better. My dad found a parking spot, and so they went up to the Visitor Center, and then we were going to rotate, but they said it's basically, there's nothing
It's a
there.
long line, so we'll be in the line for a while. Sorry.
Now
Apparently there's a line for the bathroom too.
there's a line for the bathroom. It's crazy. So we're going to just pick up our kid here in a bit, and then we're going to just head to St. Mary and go through the other side.
So what is this? Jackson Overlook?
See that? That's what's left of the glacier.
No.
Oh,
I think that might be it.
I think that's it, right? Good idea. Good call. Yeah, so we came down, and now we're overlooking St. Mary's Lake, and there's white caps down in the lake, and the trees, what's left of them, are blowing pretty good. Although there's most of them are burnt out. But and this side's completely different. So this side is like trees. There was a fire here. I don't know how long ago. It's still pretty, but it's not as
Dramatic.
dramatic. We got a bear. There's a big old grizzly out there. Look at him. Oh, he's amazing. What's that?
This is a new wild animal we've seen.
This is the closest we've seen him, right? There he is.
Where?
He just popped up and popped back down. There he is. Oh, here he comes. Whoa.
Minimum distance from a bear is 100 yards. Please get back in your vehicle.
So right now we're at the Rising Sun. This is the place of the bears. We just saw 2 bears.
It was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 grizzlies.
And it's chaos around here. Everybody's like standing on cars. You got the rangers. Get back in your vehicles.
Since we're already this far, we're just going to drive around to Two Medicine and see that area and continue the loop back around to West Glacier instead of going back down, going to the Sun Road.
Excuse me, have you seen Two Medicine?
Yep.
Is it over this way? This way? Thank you. So we're doing what is it, Montana 49? I don't know. Anyway, it's the highway number. Mm-hmm. To go around the south part, or actually we're still on the east side, to go to East Glacier so we can go see Two Medicine.
Yes.
And the road is very rough. It's paved, but it's rough. They say if you don't ride motorcycles on here. The views are equally as amazing as what we saw inside a glacier.
Are we not in Glacier?
No, we're heading to the other side
No,
of Glacier.
we're kind of surrounding it. Also be aware, there's a lot of cattle just like on the road.
And horses.
And horses. I haven't seen horses on the road before like that. So this is the Two Medicine Lake, and this area was actually kind of like, this was like the bee's knees back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s before the going to the Sun Road was built. And so the Great Northern Railroad would bring people up to East Glacier. They would get off at the station and they could take horses or whatever and come up to these areas, and the railroad actually operated 9 different large chalets. And then the road to the going to the Sun Road got finished and travel kind of changed. So some of these areas they weren't used as much. So they tore down some of the chalets. There's one here that they actually turned into the store, the Two Medicine store. And then one got destroyed by an avalanche after being ransacked by a grizzly bear, which is kind of cool. But there's not much left. But this area is really not as touristy as some of the other places. So it's a great place to come out and explore. They do the boat tours from the same company, right?
Yes.
Let me get my wife in the video here. She's called.
So they also, it was very popular back in the day because the reason why it's named Two Medicine is because they had the Indian tribes that were here in whatever year they were here had medicine huts here. They had two here, and tribes from around would come there to get treated.
Yeah, which is just kind of cool. So we're gonna call it Two Medicine.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's too cold.
It is a little. It's too
really
windy.
Beautiful though. I could have a house right here.
So there's a trail that kind of goes around the lake.
Multiple trails. There's
multiple
like
trails.
6 or 7 trails here.
She keeps getting out of the video. I don't know why.
Because my hair's in my mouth.
So's mine. All right. So now we're gonna drive back around.
We're gonna go to the southern route around the bottom of Glacier National Park.
Pulling back into our KOA resort. Beautiful drive back on the southern part of the park. Rivals just about any other drive that we've been on. Not the Going to Sun Road. That one is still, that's the tippy top.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that was 7 hours to do that loop.
Okay, technically it was 6 hours and 52 minutes. We pulled out at 8:08.
Wow. No, nobody's counting. So 6 hours and 52 minutes?
Yep. And you know, you would have to plan for, not everything was open because it's the off season. The season like just ended a couple weeks ago. So.
Yep. So everything's basically closed. Luckily we packed sandwiches because there's no food. All the restaurants, there's a couple gas stations that were still open, but I don't know how much longer they were going to stay that way.
Yeah.
So
bring snacks.
But the nice thing is, because it's the end of the year, all the road construction is closing up, so there's no road construction. I like that.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. We'd love to share our journey with you, so hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you know when a new video is uploaded. And don't forget to leave your comments down below and hit the like button.